Good morning, guys. Welcome to today's edition of the London Session Open. It's March 29, 2019, and it's 9:30 a.m. We're going to take a look at the markets as we usually do at this time of the day. And for you guys that are new to this, my name is Alejandro Zambrano. I'm the Global Chief Market Strategist with ATFX. Before joining ATFX, I used to be the Global Chief Market Strategist of Amana Capital and the website tradecaptain.com. And before that, I used to be the head of the London desk at FXCM and used to publish work and also do webinars and seminars for dailyfx.com, which is probably more known to you guys than many of the other names. Now, let's see what's going on. There are interesting things happening in the dollar, which we're going to discuss. I'm thinking about the dollar index. So we're going to take a look at that. And of course, take a look at other things like the EURUSD and GBP dollar yen, and so on and so on. Now, before we start, let me just introduce you guys to ATFX. ATFX is a FCA regulated broker. Globally, they have about 300 staff, big office in Dubai, London, Hong Kong, and mainland China, Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So originating really from Southeast Asia, but people working for the company, even though it's a relatively young company, are all very, very experienced. To give you an idea, the global CEO of ATFX used to work for FXCM many, many years ago, then moved to ADSS, and since a few years back, set up ATFX and running that. Here in London, I'm working with David Berg, which is the head of the English or London desk. He used to be with ATFX before, sorry, not ATFX, eToro actually, before joining ATFX here in London. If you are in the area, you're most welcome to come and say hello, grab a coffee. We do offer excellent spreads, and as well, anyone that signs up is going to have access to a premium educational course that I am working on right now. Should be live probably this time next month. And as well, we offer two 30-minute coaching sessions to people that open up the Edge account with ATFX. You can read more about this on the homepage, ATFX/UK, and you can, of course, just reach out to me in the little chat box. As you can see there, you can see that my email is there, alejandro.zambrano@atfx.com. Okay, let's talk a bit about the markets. And actually, oh, sorry, before I forget, please bear in mind that trading financial markets is unfortunately high risk, and we may lose all of our invested money. As you can see down here, about 71% of traders lose money trading with ATFX, which is slightly lower than the standard, which is around 79. Industry standard, that is. Okay, guys, so today I'm showing you something a bit different. It's the dollar index. We don't usually look at this one too much, but it's starting to become interesting. Now, I always get excited when a market is very close to taking out its 2000 or like major highs, and this is not any difference. I love trending markets, and I don't like sideways trading markets like this one. So the dollar has effectively been trading sideways here since October, but according to me, it's been trading sideways since May 2018. It's been a very difficult period to trade any forex-related pairs, and from May 2018, this was trading sideways. And most of my profits and money I made last year was actually coming from stock markets, and currency trading alone just added about 1.2% or so to my bottom line. But that could potentially change now in 2019. Of course, the beginning of 2019 hasn't been too much different to what we saw by the end of 2018. But you have 1, 2, 3 interesting highs here that make up the resistance level. And then you have support at 1, 2, pretty much 3 touch points. And this is considered to be a rectangle. Difference between the high and the low of the rectangle is 2.7 points or 270 pips or 2.76%. And if we take this out, I would guess that we'll have some decent rally in most dollar pairs. Not all of them are going to be equally good, but you know, we can look at the majors I do suggest you check out some of the emerging market currencies. And the euro could easily be one of those because the euro itself, is trading sideways. Now, this is a bit of a difficult market, I would say. Like here, I remember this very well. In August 2018, the market traded to a new yearly low. We had a few days of price action. Here, though, in November, we traded to a new yearly low, but that did not work out. Quickly retreated back into the old range. And here again, quickly retreated into the old range. So it's a bit, I mean, that's sort of the nature of the market right now. But it doesn't mean that we shouldn't ignore a break to this low here, which is the 2019 low. Now, macro fundamentally, things have not really changed too much. Unfortunately, both the Fed and the ECB are on hold, so none of them are really interest rates. Now, people are more concerned about the Eurozone because of A, Brexit, but two, more importantly, significant economic slowdown in Germany. It looks like we can have 3 full quarters of negative zero growth. They had already, I think, 2 quarters of, I think the third quarter GDP of last year was minus 2%, no, sorry, 0.2%, negative 0.2%. And then the fourth quarter was zero growth. And the way things are looking now, according to the PMI manufacturing in Europe for Germany, we're probably going to have negative growth in the first quarter of the year. So that will be 3 quarters with no growth to slightly lower growth. And then you have Italy as well, which is already in what we call a technical recession. And if the UK now exits with no deal, we'll probably have a significant slowdown in the first 2 quarters. So probably the second quarter and the third quarter, and that could be all sort of influence the market negatively. So you have all of that, but it hasn't been like a major reason for people to sell and buy too many dollars though. So I'm not 100% convinced that this is going to be sort of the best trade, but keep an eye on it. A break here can open up for a decline towards the next support level, which is a 108.59. As for the GBP USD, I think people are giving up now on this market, but if we would just ignore Brexit for a few seconds and just treat this like any other market, then we are in the buy zone. So I'm going to stick with that bullish view, which I shared to you guys when we were trading up here. And I suspect, if you really want to buy, if you think we'll have some sort of a soft Brexit, then this is, I guess, probably time to buy. Stop loss orders could be placed just below 29.52. But we have the weekend, surprises may happen. And I think now, as far as I understand it, if Theresa May's deals get through, I think we'll have Brexit on, I think it was 22nd of May. And if her deal does not go through, then on April 12th, I think we'll have Brexit. And things are definitely heating up. I was just reading online, and it looks like the UK, if they want to continue to extend things, will need to pay a significant amount of money to the EU. And the biggest challenge as well, if we're going to hold elections for the EU Parliament. So it's all starting to become a bit more complicated. People sort of giving up here. I can tell you right now, I've been trading since 2006, and throughout these years, there's always something to trade, and there's always been like occasion like this when things are very, very uncertain, and you don't have to trade all these events to make the year. It's more missed than getting it right, I think, at least. So I'm not touching this. Dollar versus the Japanese yen. Here, the market is challenging this high. We can quickly, actually, yeah, going up a bit here, the dollar strengthening a bit. If we take this level out, the market might go a little bit higher, and I'm going to be neutral. I think we'll just be consolidating here within a range, so I don't want to get involved. As for gold prices, they're doing really, really well. It remind me a lot about dollar yen right now. So you might remember the stop was up here, and we're moving close to the stop, and we said, people probably going to sell here. And I said, probably in this area, we're going to turn around, which we did. So the market did turn around, move lower, now in a nice little profit. Trend defining level is just here now, so just above yesterday's high. And If you're not involved and you do want to get involved, then here's not where we want to sell. We want to sell on a corrective move. So if we just take a fib like that, your first fib is here at 1,300. So that could be sort of the area and spot where you want to look to do something if you want to get involved here. For everybody else that is holding on here, as you know, just enjoy the time. We have now in a position to reduce the stop loss almost to entry. Crude oil prices, talked about buying here and here. So far looking good. Close to the highs. I think we can take this level out. Not sure though when it's going to happen. And reminds me, this little section here reminds me a lot about what we just saw here. So sideways price action. Hopefully we avoid this false break, and we'll just take out the high. This pattern here targets this level here, and then you have the head and shoulders, which targets this level up here at 68.72. And if we look at, let me see here, if this develops into a little range, then you can again do something similar like that. So if we break here, we'll target 62, 66. So there's a bunch of patterns all lining up, and just need to be patient here. S&P continues to be supported. It looks okay for now. I mean, if you look at it from a daily chart, we're still dealing with an uptrend. My trend of funding level has been 2780 for quite some time, and I'm looking for this to head higher as long as trade above this level. German DAX is bearish according to me. As you know, I was bullish, tracking this to the upside with the market sit below 11,000. Actually, with the market sit below some levels here in the middle, I turned bearish. I was actually logging myself and I got stopped out. For now, I'm treating this as bearish below 11,648. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, dollar index, keep a close eye on that. Euro dollar, things are happening. Don't forget to check out on the technical analysis, technical analysis, some articles there. So a few more setups that I discussed and I find interesting. So don't forget to check that out. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? Just put them in the chat box. If not, I think we're gonna wrap things up. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap things up then if we have no questions. Guys, I want to thank so much for joining me this morning. You sign up once, so as soon as you sign up that time, you have access to all these different sessions. We'll be here on Monday, as always, at 9:30 a.m. If you're watching this on YouTube and you do want to join a live session, then under in our website, under education, you're gonna find a link called webinars. You can sign up there to these events. I do suggest you sign up to the events. Sometimes I do the mistake that I don't record a video. That's what I did yesterday. So that's why you didn't find a video on YouTube. So if you're gonna want to guarantee yourself to joining these webinars and seeing these morning briefs, then don't forget to just sign up. As well, if you have any questions to me, you're most welcome. You have my email at alejandro.zambrano@atfx.com. You may also just ask me any questions you want via Twitter. And on Twitter as well, you can see there's other ways of contacting me as well. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap things up. If you have any questions about ATFX, the good spreads that they offer, as well, if you wanna ask anything about the educational things I do for ATFX clients, then do let me know. As well, I'm gonna be in Barcelona on Saturday. So for any Barcelona viewers, I'll see you guys on Saturday. I'm gonna be there at Hotel 10 Casanova, where ATFX is doing an event. So you'll be able to catch up there and ask me any questions you may have. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.